Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Christy and I'm going to be filming my very first YouTube video ever. So bear with me if it's a little long or if I'm messing up a lot, just bear with me please. I'm going to be doing this look right here. It is a Valentine's Day soft glam type of look. It doesn't necessarily have to be Valentine's Day look. So if you hate Valentine's Day, like a lot of people do, and they're like, ew, no, you could use this look on any other day. So here is the look. It's a nice sparkly pinky toned look. If you want to see how this look turns out, please keep on watching. Okay guys, so let's get started. I'm going to be using first the eye primer by Mika Cosmetics as my base. So first we're going to prime our eyelids with that. And I prefer to use this cream over any of those like silicone based ones because I just feel like they work a lot better. I feel like the powders just adhere easier to these rather than the other ones. I feel like they slip a lot on my eyelids because my eyelids are already kind of greasy, so the silicone ones kind of don't help that out. I like to use my finger and just kind of melt the product into my skin because the warmth from my finger really helps move in and melt the product. And you want to get a nice even layer throughout your whole eyelid. You don't want to miss any spots and have your eyeshadow like skid across. We're going to go in with a cream eyeshadow. I'm going to use the Tarteist Pro palette and I'm going to use the color Classic, which is right here. So I'm going to put that all over the lid. It's always good to set your creams with powders, whether it be on your face. If you're going to be using cream bronzers, set it with a powder bronzer, or when you just set your foundation with a translucent powder, because it makes it so much easier when you go to apply other powders onto the skin, and it just gives it a nice smooth transition rather than applying a powder straight onto a cream. It's going to skid across your eyelid. Okay, so now that we have that all set, we're going to go in with our first transition shade. I'm going to go with the Tarte Lip palette, this one right here. And I'm going to use the color Force of Nature. And I'm going to go in with a Morphe Y16 brush. Looks like this. And I'm going to go in with Force of Nature, which is this color right here. As you can tell, I like these colors a lot. So we're just gonna place it a little bit higher than our natural crease, just because we're gonna be going in with more colors in the actual crease. So we're just gonna be doing a windshield wiper motion back and forth, getting a nice even layer of it. So I really like this look because it's really soft and feminine. It's not anything too out there and too crazy, but it still has that glam factor to it, and it's really easy to achieve, honestly. Now that we have a nice transition down, you guys are going to notice that I'm actually going to go in back with this color later on. I like to kind of work forward and then work my way back just to blend everything out. Okay, so now that I have like the desired intensity, I'm going to go in with our next color. So we're going to be using the Morphe Y19 brush. Looks like this. I'm going to be using a pink blush from Tarte. It's called Surprised. I'm not sure if that focused or not, but basically the color. I like to use blushes when I go to use pinks because I just find it that the color payoff is a lot prettier, because I feel like in palettes pinks look really chalky and I just don't like the color payoff, so I use blushes. I mean, it works the same, right? So we're gonna go ahead and put this blush color more into our crease, a little bit lower than the color that we just put. I like this brush because it has like a little bit more of a point to it, so it's easier to get into that, but it's also fluffy at the same time. This isn't too much of a precision brush because it does have rounded edges too. This one kind of just gets in there, but it also blends as you're going back and forth in windshield wiper motions. And you're going to want to add that all the way from inner corner to outer corner of your eye. And this is a really pretty pink just because it gives it a nice, it's not like a fuchsia pink, it's not too dark, it gives it like a nice blush color. Okay, so it should look something like this. Alright, now we're going to go in with our next color. We're going to be using the same Y19 brush, and we're going to go in with Makeup Geek Bitten. I love this color. It's like a really pretty dark burgundy color. We're just going to focus this color on the outer edge. We're not going to go in with this color. We're only going to go in halfway on our eye, and that's it. We're just going to stop there. So what I like to do, especially with dark colors, I like to pat them in first and then start blending out, because I just feel it's easier that way. I kind of set my guidelines to where I want the color. So I'm going to go ahead and start patting it where I want it. And with dark colors, you always want to work a little bit at a time. Just add a little bit, a little bit, a little bit until you get the desired intensity, because if you go in with a lot of color, it's just gonna look messy and it's gonna be harder for you to blend it out. And this way it's a lot easier to blend out and it just looks smoother. I think my sister turned off the TV because the TV was on. She's so trying to listen to what I'm doing because this is my first video, so she's probably over there laughing and listening. Okay, so now that I kind of have where I want the color placed, I'm gonna go in with no additional product. I'm gonna start going in right into the crease. And notice I'm holding it the brush more toward the edge. Like this, it's a lot lighter pressure and it's a lot easier to blend the colors out. If you hold the brush a lot closer, it's going to be a lot harsher and you're going to be putting a lot more pressure and a lot more color into it. So with light pressure, just kind of go into the crease and start blending it into the other colors. And again, we're going to go halfway on the lid. I'm going to go ahead and go in with the blush color that we just used with a cleaner brush. It's similar to the Y19, but just so we don't use that same brush, we're going to go ahead and use the Morphe Y17 brush. Looks like this. Has a very similar shape to it, but this one's not as pointed and it's softer. It's not as dense. So we're going to go in lightly with that blush that we used, Surprised. And we're going to go ahead and start blending out the bitten color. So we're going to go right above that bitten color and just work back and forth and blend it out. Okay, so now that we have that more blended, we're going to go in back again with Force of Nature from the Tarte palette. And we are going to go in with our Morphe Y16 brush and we're going to blend out the blush color. So this is kind of how I like to work. I like to build and then retrace our steps just to blend everything out so you have a nice clean lid. I'm holding the brush toward the end just to feather it in really lightly. You don't want to put too much pressure. Now that we have a nice blend of all of the colors, we're going to go in with our really pretty shimmery lid space, or lid color I should say. And this is going to be by Core Cosmetics. And the color, it sucks because these don't have the names to any of the colors. So at the end of the video, I'm actually going to give you guys alternatives to use because these colors are very flexible. You could use different colors from different palettes and you'll get a very similar look. So we're going to go in with this really pretty pink shade that I have here. And we're going to put it from the inner corner to about halfway on our lid. So we are going to take a flat brush. I like this Urban Decay one that came in one of the palettes. It looks like this. It's the ones that are two-sided. I don't remember what palette this came in, but we're going to go ahead and use this end because it's a lot more dense. so it's not gonna fling all of the powder everywhere. It's actually just gonna pack it in. We're gonna spray our brush with some MAC Fix Plus. Give it a good couple sprays to get it nice and wet. We're gonna go ahead and dip our brush into our pigment. I like to tap off the excess so it doesn't get all over my face. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and go in with the color. I like to tap the color in first rather than rub it like this. I just tap it, place it exactly where I want it, and then kind of go in and so I don't want like an actual like cut crease type of thing, you know, like cutting this out. So I'm going to take the other side of the fluffier brush and I'm just going to run it back and forth just to kind of blend it into the other colors. Okay, and now I'm going to take the same brush from the side of it and I'm going to place it like toward my eye like this rather than flat. I'm placing it like this and I'm going to go to the middle. And I'm just gonna tap up and down so that the bristles kind of disperse the color and just make the line fade out. Go ahead and use our fingers and we're gonna, or our finger I should say, and we're gonna dip right into the pigment and we're gonna place that right onto our lids. Just because I wanted a little bit more color on there, and sometimes when we use our fingers are our best sources. So I'm just gonna tap that right on there like so. Okay, now we're gonna go in back with a Bitten color from Makeup Geek and we're gonna go back in with our brush, our Y19, and we're gonna add more color and just kind of blend it into the pigment that we put down. So now, what are we on? Yes, my favorite part. So I like to use these Urban Decay, they're my favorite. Like, I love these little things. It's the Urban Decay Heavy Metal liners, the glitter liners. I find that every single time I use one of these, I have them in like every color, that someone's always like, oh my gosh, I love your makeup, because these really make your makeup stand out. It takes something really simple and it makes it look like you tried a lot harder than you did, to be honest. So we're gonna go ahead and place this glitter like just randomly on the lid because we still want that pink shimmery shadow to shine through. We don't want this to overpower it. We just kind of want this to give us like a little shine, you know, so when you look down or look to the side and the light hits it, it's gonna look really pretty. So let me scoot up a little bit so that you could see. We're gonna just place this in random spots. It should look something like this. And we're gonna go in with our eyeliner. I'm not gonna do a winged liner or anything. Winged liner would look really, really pretty with this, but I'm going for, again, a softer look. So I'm actually gonna do that rounded look and connect the lower lash line colors to this right here. But if you do want to rock wing liner, just wing it out, fly away, you're good, and it'll look more dramatic. So I'm gonna use the Smashbox liner in lip. It's called Smashbox Limitless Liquid Liner Pen in Jet Black. Looks like this. And it's a felt tip liner. I love these eyeliners. I feel like they're just so much easier for me to use, at least. I try using like liquid ones, like actually the ones with like a little applicator and liquid ones. No, it does not help the uncoordinated. I am not good with eyeliner, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do a line following my natural lash line. Cool. So now that we have our eyes lined, we're gonna go in with some falsies. My favorite to use are Ardell Wispies. A lot of people have asked me like, oh, what eyelashes do you use? They're so natural and they look really pretty. And I always tell them the Ardell Wispies. And what I get a lot of is people telling me that it doesn't look the same on their eyes as it does on mine. But I mean, every eye shape is different. But I have noticed that you have to, well, at least what I do, I mold my eyelashes. I'll probably go ahead and show you guys how I do that in another video. But yeah, I basically mold them so that they go up, because a lot of the times when you buy eyelashes and you just take them straight out from how they are packaged and you put them on, they kind of swoop down. And I mean, what's the point of that? If you're gonna put on false lashes, you want those babies to be like lined up, looking nice and pretty, and you know, you're wearing false lashes for a reason, to be honest. And I just use a regular duo glue. So my other eyelashes on now. Okay, found the brush. We're gonna use the Y22 brush by Morphe. I have a lot of Morphe brushes because my lovely boyfriend got them for me for Christmas. So that's why I keep using Morphe brushes. We're gonna go in with Bitten and we're gonna put that on our lower lash line. So I'm gonna, like, as you can see, I'm gonna connect these two sides from the top to the bottom. That way it's nice, smooth. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with the blush and I'm gonna blend out the Bitten color. Like so. And then we are gonna go in with some mascara for our top lashes. Just gonna connect our lashes to our falsies. You want to make this look a little bit more dramatic, you can go ahead and add, once again, like the wing liner, and you could add some NARS, not necessarily this one, but an eyeliner. This one is it's the NARS Kohl liner. There. You could add it to either underneath right here and just smoke it out, or you could add it to the inner part of your eyes. So I'm going to go ahead and do that so that you guys kind of get the feel of how it would look. I really like this NARS liner because it goes on really smoothly and like a nice layer of it, because other times I'm there like scratching the crap out of my eyeball, going back and forth just trying to get the black pigmented, you know? And this one's already really pigmented and it's smooth. It doesn't. I'm gonna go ahead and spray my face with some Fix Plus because why not? Okay, and we are all done with this look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope you guys give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'm gonna be doing different type of videos. I'm gonna be doing makeup mainly. I'm gonna also be doing some like any challenges, so if you guys want me to do any challenges with my sister or you know my boyfriend or anything, we'll go ahead and do those type of videos. I'm gonna leave my Instagram down below and my Snapchat down below, so you guys could send me pictures of any looks that you guys would like me to try out, or go ahead and go on my Instagram, and if you guys see anything on there that you want me to do, just let me know. And I believe that's all. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I will catch you guys in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.